Hey.
What's good? Welcome to When Awesome Collides. It's your boy D-Mark. We got X. Jamie over there, and obviously sitting in the Maui chair. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this won't make any sense. But if you're watching this, obviously sitting in the Maui chair, we got L Lipsy.
What up?
If I'm gonna assume that you are subscribed to our Patreon, which is real and is a thing. And you've heard the episode.
It's as of this airing.
Is there a button I can press?
No, just turn my headphones down a little bit. It is officially created. It's just not been published.
Yeah, no. By the time he puts this up, it's up. It's up. You're already throwing money at us. It's great. Yeah. So he's on our one of our Patreon episodes, which may or may not have dropped. If you are on our Patreon and you've heard him, obviously you'll hear him again. You know him, you love him. So I got a quick question. I asked this question during the UFC night fight, but nobody engaged me in it, and I was real tight about it. So I'm gonna ask it again. So we're gonna start. Since you're the guest, Larry, I'm gonna ask you, what does
breaking news?
Describe to me what authentic food is, because I've got a theory. I need somebody else. I need to hear your. So far, the couple people I've asked have kind of given me the same kind of answer, but they couldn't quantify. But give me an example of what you count as authentic food.
Real quick, people did answer that on the live stream.
No, one person answered it was terrible.
Oh, okay.
Shit. Okay.
Authentic food, to me, that means food made by the originator of the recipe, like source material. The food made from the source.
Okay, so
material.
give me a little scenario. Little quick one.
Okay. So like, I would say in this instance, spaghetti from Italians, and that could be wrong, like historically, because I don't know.
Well, right, yeah, it's Chinese, but yeah.
And I kind of had an idea as Chinese, but also everything's kind of Chinese.
Right, everything's Chinese.
So like, whoever is
except for buffalo.
No, the buffaloes. No, they're Chinese too.
That's authentic.
Yeah. Wait,
America.
buffaloes?
Buffalo. Yeah, to America.
What do you mean?
They ain't got Chinese buffaloes.
Wait, are you talking about like just the animal?
Yeah.
Okay, fair.
Because they jerky.
There's buffalo in like Africa and shit like that.
No, no. Those are different.
China.
Buffalo.
It is not China.
Also, they're not called buffalo.
They're bison.
They're called water buffalo.
No. So we have bison in America. Hold on.
What's the difference between a nigga and a house nigga?
Hold on. Ooh, wow, that's weird. But we also don't have
Like a buffalo and a
we
water
have
buffalo.
bison here.
Yeah.
They have buffalo in. Sorry. We have buffalo here.
Buffalo in New York.
We have buffalo here. They have bison in Africa. They're not interchangeable.
Yeah.
No. One has a hump, one doesn't. Okay, so you're saying that made by the originator.
So Africa or camel buffalo.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably because of the water.
Camuffaloes. Ooh, because
So-
they stay in their hump. So water
Yeah.
buffalo is a camel.
Yeah.
So, all right, what did you give me an example of what is authentic food?
That's literally it's food. I'd say either like food from the source material. That's basically the best way for me to put it.
Okay.
I don't know if that means if it's the person, the Italian making the Italian or the African making the African, but like, wow.
No, that's good.
I don't think he had. Nope.
What?
Nope.
Cool. But
Why was that funny? Why is
I
it
don't
funny
know.
when he said African making the African, but Italian making the Italian wasn't funny?
I was laughing. I was laughing at both. It was if he had just said the African making the African, wouldn't have laughed. If he had just said Italian making the Italian, wouldn't have laughed.
Oh.
The fact that he then went Italian making the Italian to African making the African.
Yeah.
That's what made it funny.
Then I laughed because it was stackable things about which I was making a joke in my head. And I laughed at something I didn't say.
Gotcha.
I would've
If y'all watching the video, I'm squinting real hard because I don't buy that. But
Why would I make that up?
I don't know.
And that sounds like a stupid answer. So that's a really dumb thing to make up if it's not the actual.
There we go. All right, give me an example, X. Give me an example
Of what?
of what authentic food is.
Food.
You guys kept talking to me. I'm trying to like domestic water buffalo. No, they're called water buffalo.
camels. Exactly.
Yeah, they're water buffalo. Right. Nobody said they weren't called water buffalo.
Bulbalis, but they're spelled with an I and a U. It's the same word twice.
Yeah.
just with a
So I think
different-
the term for buffalo is like, the same thing too.
Hump, hump.
Lucier.
So, buffalo, you can make buffalo, you can say buffalo 7 times and they're all different meanings.
it's the most.
Yeah.
It's the longest word you can make with the whatever.
But also answer my,
no, authentic. No, I think we're all on the same page. I think, and I don't think it has to be an originator of the originator. I think you can have a degree.
It's different. Hold on. If you're going
I think you can have a degree of authenticity, right?
Okay,
so
go ahead.
like say,
That's why I said derived from the source material.
yeah,
Well, hold on. Yeah. Elaborate a little bit.
but say that you traveled and you went to just another country or whatever else. Sure, Africa, which is not a country.
It's not a country, but yeah.
Maybe it's like Australia is a country and I don't know. Anyway, so you go there and you learn how to make it, and you might not make it the exact same way because you haven't done it like as many times or whatever, but you then replicate it and you say, this is an authentic African dish. So if I teach somebody else, they've still learned the authentic African dish. It's not.
So it's not from the source anymore.
I have a problem.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm trying to write.
It's still authentic. I think the difference between
hold on, nothing authentic and replicated, those both can't go together.
It's not you can't. But food, I don't think food follows the same replication rules as like say a designer brand or like a knockoff or whatever, right? Like you have food. Food is so steeped in enough culture that you are supposed to pass it down. Like it's like stories
because there is no formula. Like there's no one.
Right. There's no one specific thing. Now, if you wanted to say this is authentic Olive Garden, that's more correct than saying Olive Garden is authentic Italian food. You know what I mean? Because they're Olive Garden. They're just taking.
When you hear your family,
which I'm going to go on record, and I say this all the time, but I just need everyone to know that Olive Garden has the best chocolate milk of any place that has chocolate milk.
Yeah, he said he'll die on that hill. Yeah.
And I will die on that hill. And for all the people who go, we just use Hershey syrup. No, you don't. You use Hershey syrup when you run out of the good shit. So just so you know, Olive Garden, you go there for chocolate milk. Or I don't know what the fuck it is, and I don't want to know because
it's Ovaltine.
It's not Ovaltine. I drink so much Ovaltine. I'm telling you.
Ovaltine. Ovaltine is like the cough syrup of chocolate milk.
Oh my God, you're wrong. What are you talking about?
Well, hold on. Wait. The only thing I'm asking is I don't consider Ovaltine and Nesquik chocolate milk. I know that's weird. Once a powder goes, once you put a liquid into a powder, it's a new thing. I know that's crazy. I know.
Okay, so hold on. How do you get chocolate milk without adding something to milk?
No. Once you so like I don't consider hot chocolate a form of hot chocolate milk. I consider it a new a new drink because I added water to a powder.
Okay, so you're saying it's just Swiss Miss.
It's Swiss Miss. Yeah. You've created a new entity.
So what is
this?
It's
like ramen. This is like your thing with ramen. It's a soup. but you say it because it's made in front of you.
I don't need anything else. Fair. I have to accept because
make your argument right.
While I do not agree with a word you're saying, because that means that if you put a syrup in something, that it is not a new thing.
Just because you put syrup on it, don't make it pancakes.
No, it kind of does.
No, wait, what? No.
Right, you say
pancakes
some of the dumbest.
Oh boy,
I can't. This is
what I do.
Cause problems. Anyway, yep.
I'm just saying. So because there's
but soda is a new thing when you add syrup. No, it's not.
So if you had
soda water and you just
it's a new thing.
But you call Coke. You don't call it soda water with cola flavored syrup.
That's because that would take too long.
If you got it from like Aldi, probably you would.
It probably would.
You would probably do that. If you are you smiling?
It would go all the way around anymore.
Oh my God.
So the reason why this came up, the reason I was asking is because I was trying to think of like scenarios. My assumption or my theory is that authenticity comes with antiquity. The reason why I was asking is because like you're assuming that, well, not you, but everybody, because I was thinking about it the other day. If somebody from Poland moved to Italy and then started making Italian food, would that be authentic Italian food because it's made by a Polish guy?
It would depend on the ingredients.
See how?
But that's what I'm saying. Because I do think
how would making
closer?
It just needs to be directly like this part. You need to speak.
Okay, so that actually, that kind of is what I'm right. So I'm gonna give you a scenario. Tell me if it's authentic or not. So let's start with. Sorry, I'll give one a scenario. You all vote. You know what? After the intro.
Yeah, try to speak more into it and try to speak louder.
Yeah, you do know there's still pups in this episode. He's done that twice.
You're on with Maui, no relation to the trademark whatsoever. D-Mark, I don't believe in none of this. And X.
Which, by the way, Dick Wolf is the best name ever.
And this is When Awesome Collides.
I gotta update that for season 2.
Yeah, you gotta figure that out.
I was thinking that
also,
too.
you might have to cut this out for a second. Are we gonna let him freestyle?
Yeah. I was gonna say since we did that. Okay, so
cool.
Oh yeah, you
know you ain't been like in the studio since the one day that people don't know about because it ain't up yet. That first day that you was in the studio.
Yeah.
But now you back in the studio, and we've been doing this big fridge segment, right?
So we
throw
fridge.
out. Oh, That seems
Call them
demeaning.
icebox.
No,
No,
full fridge.
that's
mini
icebox.
fridge. Mini fridge.
Nah,
I'm not mini.
ice chest.
You're smaller than big fridge.
Fair. That doesn't make me mini.
Little cooler.
I like that. Okay, you little cooler.
Little
All
fridge.
Call 'em
or,
igloo.
or we could call you igloo. Yeah,
Little
yeah.
fridge.
Hey, we had the same thing.
You want to be? You want to be igloo
copyright.
or Yeti? Igloo, Yeti. I don't know any other brands of.
You have to be a cold
Frigidaire.
container.
A cold container.
That's your name. You have to be cold container.
Call them Ozark Trails.
Honestly, I kind of like cold container. That's a good
Damn.
one.
Cold container. There we go.
Samsung smart fridge.
Xbox mini fridge.
So what you gonna do? What you gonna do is he
Okay,
gonna give you a word.
I'm gonna not give it to you right away. I'm gonna start the beat.
You're gonna start the
Couple
beat.
seconds in, I'm gonna give you a word. You gotta freestyle that word.
okay.
Would you like any hints or
No. You got it. It's the big fridge segment with
Okay.
What are we calling you? What did we just?
forgot.
What did we
Cold
just-
container.
cold container.
with cold container featuring big fridge beats.
got it?
What is happening here? I don't know.
Right.
Just let's do
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta
why
freestyle. You gotta give us a couple bars.
You got to give us a
All
couple
right,
bars.
all right.
We've
Just
been
for
getting.
future-
We've been getting about
Just for
two.
reference in general.
No reference. I want to see what he does. Don't give him anything.
No,
I-
I'm not. Just to know that if you say any words,
No, stop. This is what I'm saying.
you basically will
This
be
is-
beating Big Fridge.
That's fine.
Oh,
Let's just
I'm
go.
just saying. I'm not
You
gonna
can't beat big fridge. What are you talking about? That's a whole vibe.
It is a vibe. Ready?
I'm ready.
Pepsi.
Okay. We chilling in the basement. Everybody out here looking lefty. We hanging out, chilling, and we out here drinking these Pepsis. Hey, Mountain Dew. I'm sorry, but you know it feels real gnarly. It's got 5% for everybody who's here. We gotta do the do, and there's no fears.
Hey,
That was real. No,
turn it up.
Hey, we can never play this again.
Tim,
we can't.
what we say? You just go bars. Remember?
Yeah,
Bars.
Hey, big fridge guy. Hey, when you come back, bro.
No, big fridge
wait.
is different. No, we got different.
Yeah, we
vibes.
got right. Blue
Cold,
face.
cold
right.
cartridge.
No, I'm
or
saying-
cold container.
container.
Cold container. Try
Big
to be a
fridge.
little bit more smooth. He wants your whole day to be good.
Big fridge, blue
Big
face.
fridge hits you real fast and then shut off real quick.
He like Waka. He like Waka. He don't need it. Yeah. He just come in there. Here come that bullshit. I got you.
Damn.
All right, so, all right.
It's the best Waka bar
It's
of
so
all
good.
time, though.
Yeah, it's
Zero
like
on that
the whole.
bullshit.
It's
Yeah, that whole
fantastic.
song.
I literally was singing it earlier because I was remembering when Machine Gun Kelly was good. Like,
Yeah.
and like I was remember like, damn, that song
Well, when he was good at rap.
when he said "dirty white
Yeah, I was
boys
gonna say-
bring." Oh, yeah, sure, you're right. All right, just because I don't appreciate his new shit doesn't make it
right.
But what I do appreciate is authentic food. So I'm gonna get to the rest of this. I know I'm the king of
sound
segues.
like
Don't worry
Jamie. You
about
sound like
it.
Jamie
Don't
right
worry
now.
about
You
it.
sound
I do
like
what I do. I'm learning from you.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a scenario. You got to tell me if it's authentic or not, real quick. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Person moves from Poland. They're like in their 30s, right? They move from Poland. They get a job at an Italian restaurant there, right? I'll do one better. I'll do one better.
Gotta get through one scenario.
No. Hey,
Okay.
these are organic, right? So he gets a job at a McDonald's there, but they've got an Italian only menu item. He learns to make that. Is that Italian food, authentic Italian food?
No.
The Polish
Why
man
not?
works at McDonald's?
Yeah,
Because it's
Polish man-
McDonald's.
Because it's McDonald's.
So at McDonald's, even if the menu is different, cannot be authentic Italian food.
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, so
Authenticity, I think we all agreed, has to come from a singular person who was the source material, not a corporate restaurant or whatever. Now, if he was the chef of the McDonald's and he got to make the entire menu, I'm just keeping McDonald's theme here.
wait, so what's the difference? Hold on, before you finish, what is the difference between making the entire menu and one singular Italian only item?
There's nothing different there.
I
That's
think the
obvious.
difference is we're stuck on the McDonald's part. You can have authentic Italian restaurants where the person who did it is steeped in the culture, the know-how. He's doing everything like what he learned from the source material. You could still call that authentic
Okay.
Italian food.
Okay,
McDonald's.
Korean here in America opens up a Mexican food restaurant. By your logic, I'm trying to make sure. So if a Korean from here opens up a Mexican food restaurant, only hires other Koreans, but they're making they're making Mexican food. Is that authentic Mexican food?
No.
Okay.
Are those Koreans from
Well,
Mexico?
yeah.
Did those Koreans go to Mexico?
No. Are they
Did
No, right. So that's what I'm saying. I need all your input.
Mexican Korean.
Then they're
No, they are Koreans.
So they
From
can,
Korea.
They can be Korean and be
They're
from
making
Korea,
the exact right. They're making it to the letter a recipe gotten from their Mexican buddy.
Then yes, it's Mexican.
Then
So it's
Mexican
authentic
food.
Mexican.
Yes.
Yeah, because they got it from the source.
99%.
Right.
Yes, you dilute it a little bit,
Right.
but it's still more authentic than say.
I mean, yeah,
Taco Bell.
it's not 100% authentic, but it is. I would
Are they
still qualify
salsa
that as
dancing in the
authentic.
back room while making it?
Sure, definitely, most definitely. They all wearing bandanas. All
If
got,
there
yeah,
are
yeah.
maracas in the building,
Yeah.
they won.
Okay, so we're saying recipe is the important part. Hold on.
originator of the
Sure, but what does that? So if are we assuming that there's never been any new Italian recipes since spaghetti?
Correct.
Because so that's what I'm saying. So antiquity is authenticity.
I agreed with I agreed with that.
Right. That's what
You
I'm trying to
have
make sure.
staple authentic Italian dishes. So you have
Right.
like
So if someone from
all
Italy right now made a new food, it's not authentic Italian food because it's not old.
yes. Unfortunately,
hold on.
while it could be steeped in authentic Italian tradition, if it is a completely brand new, not historical Italian food or associated with Italy, because again, like we said, spaghetti is Chinese food, then I don't think that most people would refer to it as this is authentic Italian cooking. Because the only time you ever hear people be like, it's authentic, it's usually like my grandma passed this down to, or my great grandma passed this down. Like antiquity. I mean, that's a long-winded way to say, yes, I do.
So
think
you're saying
that
antiquity.
people associate those two things
Right,
together.
there can never be any new food of any origin.
No,
I disagree.
Ever. Right.
That I disagree
That's
with.
yours. But you just
no,
you
I
agreed with
said
that, Ed.
no. I'm saying that us right now
right.
would not consider that authentic Italian food. If you
Hold
get
on, I'm trying to take
three
this over.
generations
You say
later,
you. So say you. Larry, what do you think?
I think authentic is a different word than traditional. So, like, would it be traditional authentic Italian food? No, but if it's still created in Italy and uses what I would consider ingredients that you can get there, and I don't mean that from the perspective of like they imported something from somewhere else. Like if it's something that grows there, I'm going to say that's authentic, even if it was made yesterday.
Jamie? You didn't listen. Cool. I'll catch you up.
I'm trying to.
All right, so he said,
No,
X was saying,
I heard, yeah.
right. So X is saying there can be no new. There can be no new authentic food. It has to be old or it's not authentic.
no, I said I don't think most people would consider it authentic.
That's what I'm saying. Right. You, X, that's your opinion.
No, but I don't
Sure,
think
you're saying,
that.
right.
I think something different. I don't know how to answer this question
Tell us
very
what
well.
you think.
No,
I
what do you
tried.
think? Right. No.
I think
Don't
what
say
other people would think the answer is. And
You're
unfortunately,
answering for everyone else.
Let's go. I'm so glad that sound is back.
I hate.
This button is great.
Right. So,
So
Jamie.
I think based on my original source material, like, yes, there can be simply because like if the source material is the ingredients from the place, then you can still make something authentic again using the ingredients from the place.
Okay.
Now, I guess.
But who's
I
to
guess-
say those ingredients are actually from that place? How do we know they didn't get them somewhere else and then start growing them there and then they
Yeah, that's the what ifs. We're not talking about
what's
we're
it
talking
called?
about-
when
No,
white
because
people-
technically, then right. Hold on. If biologic, then anything with noodles in it is only Chinese.
nothing's authentic.
There we go. That's fine if that's what you want to go with. That's okay.
I don't know what to
Jamie.
go with. I'm
Right.
easily persuadable.
All right, so Jamie, continue. My bad. Finish.
But basically, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, if there's a fruit that's only from this one place, and they're like, dang, if we combine that with the three other ingredients only from this exact one place in one spot, like, then yeah, that's a new authentic food from that thing because it's the thing.
Okay.
Now that makes me think: is authentic the food or the cooker or the creator?
See, that's my question. It can be combination.
But-
Like you can say like,
It can be,
but right, because that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I asked about the Italian only McDonald's item, because if they're like, hey, this is bread from here, tomatoes from here, whatever what's a mozzarella, mozzarella,
No, it's
Mozzarella.
it's
mozzarella,
mozzarella.
mozzarella,
They don't do the Ella part. just
mozzarella.
Yep.
Yeah, so I got the
That got
mozzarella
sweet. That got Swedish.
and the rigatoni. they got those.
rigatoni.
Right. So if they made a burger that's just brioche and rigatoni and tomato, and then they put it all together, is that a new? Is that an
Isn't brioche French?
Well,
hold up.
I think if you ask us to suspend the belief that
McDonald's-
McDonald's is getting locally sourced ingredients, then sure.
Well, hold on, yeah, because
But
if you
like,
Japan's McDonald's menu,
No.
They do.
It's still not from Japan.
right? Well, hold on, right.
And
Probably
that's
not.
like
But
So
in
you're,
the end-
you're saying their seaweed is not from Japan.
correct.
Probably not.
Where do you think? Where's
It's from California.
okay?
Where the
Yeah,
other
So
things-
Japan's. So there's
in Maine has great seaweed.
You know what?
They also
Like,
had
If
like,
you're in the comments, on our Patreon and on our Facebook. If you live in Japan, go to your local McDonald's
or Maine
and ask them, is the seaweed they have not from Japan?
You did this wrong. If you would like us to find the solution to this problem,
subscribe to our Patreon so we can go to Japan and we will find out for you.
We will ask them. We will learn Japanese. You'll pay for that too.
I already know.
We'll learn Japanese
Konnichiwa.
to
Okinawa.
seaweed.
Sony. Yeah.
Hey!
Why is everything that Swedish? Swedish.
What you talking about, bro?
He's like, I went to IKEA for a day, and that's close enough. So I'm just gonna talk.
Everything sound like that.
Shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. If McDonald's like said, "Hey, we have locally sourced ingredients.
Right.
This is authentic XYZ place we are. This burger is authentic to here." And they're like, "But all the shit is from here." I'm like, "Dang, you like almost there. You like 99.9% there because like unless you got like Zimbabwe back there making it."
The whole country?
Yeah, the whole country. Unless he's back there making it with his own ingredients because we're sticking to Africa, right? Zimbabwe's in Africa, right? Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Obviously
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Then I'm eating a camel buffalo.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. It's cool. So that's kind of been, it's always so interesting to me. That's what I've been trying to figure out because you better answer the question. If you listen to this over and over again, you will have seen that some of our answers change from cooker to original place to ingredients.
Yeah, that's how evolution works.
But everyone was said confidently. So everyone has different opinions.
I said nothing confidently.
No, you said everything confidently.
No,
and then folded real quick.
No, I was non-committal because I was answering how I think other people would answer.
Damn,
right. And then we said, how do you answer? Right.
We need your answer.
I tried, and then you hit the Xavier button, and I just felt deflated.
Sure.
We want to hear your beats.
I don't have beats, man. I'm just out here trying to.
Don't hit the button. Don't.
You can't hit it all the time because then it's overused.
Don't hit the button.
Not overused.
What do you think?
What do you think?
Oh,
I hit the button.
That was my answer. I don't know if I think anything because I don't know if I'm capable of forming an opinion without thinking what other people would think the answer would be.
Very high school prom queen of you. Interesting.
Right.
All right. So to get into what else?
They was running for office later.
I get it.
High school prom queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, whatever I have to say to get where I need to be at.
Whatever gets
So,
you
You know how the end of the pageant,
Oh,
they're like,
shit.
what's that
I would
one
be a
thing
high
you
school
would do
prom
to
queen.
Yeah,
change
you
the
definitely-
world. Yeah.
She's teenage. I don't know that song. She is
Teenage
lonely, heart, listen. Something.
Oh, Britney Spears.
You're talking about Britney Spears. Yeah.
And she cried.
I like how you kind of got.
That is
I
not
don't think
about
so.
a
It's
prom
about the
queen.
prom queen. It's more about Britney Spears is sad. It was the precursor to I'm about to freak all the way out.
Oh yeah. We should have seen it coming. Yeah.
Nobody cared though. Celebrities don't matter.
She was
They're there to entertain
She was
us.
still cool back then. She was just like,
No, they're
she's
there to
crazy.
entertain
She was
us.
just being sad.
Okay.
Yeah. She was cool though.
So Tim brought up this question a couple weeks ago.
Oh, real quick.
To you
Hold on.
guys,
I
it's
did.
yesterday. Go
Wait. I did get some feedback
Okay.
after some of the episodes, and people were asking me, who the fuck is Jamie? Because we don't do a
They
good
don't need to
job.
know. Jamie's secret.
Off
I'm in
camera
your
Jamie.
dream.
Hey, whoa, it's 2022. Jamie is they, them.
I'm in your dream.
Jamie and Tim is them.
I'm a
Legion.
nightmare.
That is kind of actually how I explained it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are a legion.
Yeah.
I did say, I'm like, it's the
Yeah,
same
man.
person, but they different people. It just
Yeah.
depends on who
Yeah.
we're talking to.
You know?
Yeah.
I just wanted everyone to know
Yeah.
that there's really 5 people in this room.
Damn. I am a Gemini, so you know.
You know what I'm saying? They do what they do.
You know what I'm saying? 2
Yeah.
people. You know what I'm saying?
It's
But I also be like, you know what I'm saying? So it just depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jamie posed a question a couple
Big Gemini game.
to you guys. He hasn't posed it yet.
Have I
Most
not?
likely,
Maybe not.
it's depending on when these episodes come out. But to us, he has, and that is important.
Breaking news question.
So he asked you definitely be able to weigh in on this pretty well. Hopefully, unfortunately he's gonna have to put this out now because it'll lead right into next week's episode.
It's gonna be fun.
I'm not putting this out next week.
He's gonna put it out whenever he puts it out, but it's got to be before the sports episode. So
It's going to be after
When do
the
you-
week after the sports episode.
he talked about a sunk cost fallacy. I don't think he realized it when he said it, but he said, "Oh, we got to talk about this eventually." 2 things. First thing, when do you pay your star athlete?
Oh damn. No,
Yeah.
I can't go into this right now.
No. We got to go into this right now. So when do you?
Are
So
we doing
his
it now?
example. Give that example real quick that you had because you were
like
talking to me
this
about it because it particularly pertains to my
Yes.
favorite football team.
So
The young Kyler Murray's.
Yeah.
dang, you know what I'm saying? The young Kyler. So he MVP.
Are there
Get the
even?
fuck out. You know what? Pose a question before I get mad. Before I get tight.
No, I have a question though.
Yeah.
Are there actually cardinals in Arizona?
It's their state bird.
No, what? No,
That's
it's
our
Indiana.
State, that's our state bird.
Side note.
It's also our state bird. Everybody got the same state bird, don't you know?
Yep. Because they're not real, so they're interchangeable. Every bird.
Cardinals, the whole country, Cardinals and tulips. That's everybody.
Yeah.
Yep,
every country.
I don't
state
feel like-
bird is cardinals. State flower is tulips.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I don't think our state
That's how
flower is a
unified.
tulip.
Yeah, it is.
2022 unification.
Is it? I actually know that that's false because I know Hawaii's bird and flower because I had to do a report on them in 5th grade. It was 25
Are you
pages long.
sure? Because as we've learned today, you don't really know
So
a
would
whole
you
lot.
say
You don't
that-
think anything.
Would you say that?
Or do you think you did it?
Do you think?
No,
that's
I
the
know I
case?
did
Because
that.
now that you know the opinion of the people in the room,
Right. Do you
maybe
think that's
don't
what?
think
Right.
that now.
We all think you didn't. So
What are they? What are they? What's the answer? What is the answer? What's say flower bird?
I'm pretty sure to be as specific as possible. The flower is the golden hibiscus. It's a hibiscus in some sort.
Okay.
And then some sort of loon is the bird.
Okay.
Are those
Okay.
authentic to Hawaii?
Indigenous would be the word.
That would be a better
Okay.
word.
Yeah, no doubt.
Are they indigenous, authentic to Hawaii? You know, I don't know because I don't know if Arizona has cardinals, but their football team says they do. But I saw a cardinal in my backyard the other day.
Well, I mean, New York doesn't just have giants walking around,
Right.
which would be kind of sick if like every
What are you
team
talking
name
about?
was.
It had the tallest buildings in the world for a while. It didn't say the Giants were people. It just said giant.
Well, right, but they should be called the.
Side note.
I Pittsburgh has so
No
much
9/11
crime,
jokes.
so
No, these-
Steelers make
These aren't.
sense.
These aren't 9/11. It's not. This wasn't a 9/11 joke, but it was.
Those
I
are
don't-
so good.
No, I was listening.
Oh,
to,
no, they're
I don't
not
know
good.
what I was. I don't know. Fuck. I don't remember. Whatever. So basically,
Whoa, wait.
I saw something that.
Don't hijack the show about a 9/11 joke.
No, this
We're
isn't a
not-
joke.
That's
this
my
isn't a joke.
thing.
This is not a joke. This is not a joke. It's a fact. So coming to find out, like 9/11
can't melt steel
is
beams.
the day where whales can
Oh,
be
yeah.
heard the
I
loudest.
sent
Oh,
this.
yeah.
Is that you?
Yes, you dumb motherfucker.
I tell you, I click on things I don't even. I was like, damn, I heard this somewhere. Was that you?
Yes,
Yeah.
because
That's crazy,
I've been
isn't it?
making 9/11 jokes since
Okay.
9/11.
See, that's
Yeah.
how you know.
Yeah.
See, I'm part.
Okay.
I'm part of the group, but
You're part of
I
nothing.
forget. I swear to God, I thought I was listening to that while I was playing.
No, the
Xbox
whole
or something.
thing. It was the TikTok where the guy was like,
yeah.
It's like what a
they
mistake we
proved
made.
that whales were happy on 9/11
Explain
because
your-
there was no more airfare from 9/11 to
Yeah.
9/13. And so while we mourn 9/11, whales have one holiday and it's 9/11. And then we sunk Osama bin Laden in the ocean so nobody could make a memorial to him. But the whales probably did because he gave them a day of peace.
Damn,
Incredible.
that made me chuckle a little bit.
That's good. But you about hijacked.
No, I didn't hijack. I'm telling you, bro.
You see what I did earlier?
I'm a
Yeah.
fucking-
Now you got it.
I'm just out there
Oh.
putting it out there.
But yeah.
That's very good.
Tim?
Side note, has anybody seen Lamar Jackson? Like, just like,
Yeah, looking yoked up.
no,
Yeah.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's just like actually I don't know if that's you know what?
Nah,
we'll
bro.
go about that in a second.
Yep.
I don't think that's a good thing.
People saying
It might
that same
be.
thing
He
about
get-
Jalen right now too.
See, Jalen can
He-
put on
yeah,
extra
he-
weight
he
and be
can
fine.
afford to put
I
on
think
weight,
Lamar putting on extra weight is bad for his overall game.
Nah.
Right.
I mean, he get hit though, so like, it's kind of good for him.
There is
to get
a
hit.
very small,
gonna
the
be nice.
very southeastern corner of Arizona has Cardinals in it.
Don't matter.
So their whole state.
But where's the stadium?
Yeah,
I don't know where
Tempe, right?
Arizona
Glendale.
is.
it's in Glendale.
Yeah.
Is Tempe even in there? Is that
Tempe?
Tempe. Tempe is in Arizona.
Tempe is
Yeah.
in Arizona.
Tempe sounds like tampon.
Oh,
But yeah, let's go ahead. Yo, Tim, get to the original thing.
oh,
What you talking about?
Yes. So I was saying that
Kyler Murray's the MVP.
he's gonna be MVP.
Shut up.
Also, who said that? Was that you?
You said that.
No.
You said that.
I
You
I was-
said it.
No, I was saying somebody was going.
Oh yeah, me. I was making that noise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was on my Herman Monster. Over here.
You pay him. You pay him. He's a
Herman
quarterback, right?
Munster.
So it's one of those. So it's one of those. If you don't give him the money, then one, who you gonna give it to? You gonna lose. And I think that also we were talking about what was it? I said something like his floor basically is what just happened last season. Like what was the record last year?
12 and
That's without.
5?
That's
12 and
without.
5?
That's without like. That's injuries. That's without their best player receiver wise. That's without like the half the defensive line was hurt. So that's with all the shit that happened last year. They had like all this shit happen and they still went 12-4, right? 12-5. So at this point in his career, technically, that would be like the floor.
I I can't agree with that.
I can't agree. Right. So
Yeah, I
that was my thing. I disagree
No.
wholeheartedly.
You could, but like
But what's your question though? You didn't really ask a question.
it wasn't really a question.
His question was, do you pay him or not?
Do you pay
you
your
pay
star player?
Kyler?
So it was a twofold question. His original question was, do you pay him?
Do you pay him?
And then if not, when do you pay?
Or
a
who
star
do you-
player?
or who do you
do you pay? Right. It's
Like,
a
who's your
multi-tiered
option?
question.
Okay.
Who's
All
your
right.
option?
Let's go with that specific scenario.
So
Larry, go ahead.
specifically,
Like you
do I
got Jalen
pay-
Hurts coming up.
do I
He's
pay
about to get
Kyler
paid.
this summer?
Yes. No. What's your okay? And if you say no,
So
then what's
remember,
the
you're
option?
Steve Kahn.
Right.
Are you paying Kyler right now? If so, why? If so, why? If not, why?
Well, okay. So if I'm the Cardinals,
Mhm.
I do pay Kyler this summer,
Yes.
but specifically because once I pay him, he's tradable.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Right now, he's not tradable. His value is way higher than his money, and you could never get a trade partner. I don't know that Kyler has the mental fortitude to be a franchise QB long term.
Oh,
He just doesn't seem like he does. He's kind
Maybe.
of folds at the end of every year. Had that whole fit with Instagram this year where he was mad about the team and something. with
Right.
his
And the
deal.
playoffs, he said he didn't want to go back into the game because they were losing too hard.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
No,
I don't.
I remember that.
Yeah, like,
That's
I don't-
crazy.
I don't
It is
think
crazy.
he has the mental fortitude to be a franchise player.
That's true.
However, you cannot trade him on his current contract. It's impossible. You never get your value back. So you pay him because then he's tradable.
If you trade somebody, do you assume?
But he's
the
on his rookie
contract?
contract.
Yeah, you right. No, but what he's saying is so like,
Yeah.
if you're going to trade somebody on such a low contract, they're going to try to give you second round value.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I get that.
They're like, hey, you haven't paid him yet. Cool. He's worth what a $16 million a year quarterback gets
Exactly.
paid,
No,
not
I
what a
get that.
$32 million.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
yeah.
So he's saying once you pay him, but to answer your question, yeah. So like that's the trickier part. That's why Baker Mayfield took so long to get
then
traded.
who you
Well, not
trading him
Baker because
for?
they didn't pay. Not Baker. Sorry, who am I? Who had a really bad
any
contract?
Name, any name you say, I
Talking
won't know
about
who
Deshaun?
it is.
What's up?
Deshaun.
Oh, Deshaun Watson. So
Yeah.
really bad. So Deshaun Watson had a really bad. I mean, the Browns are never going to be able to get rid of him. They gave him $230 million
too much money.
guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Like normally in NFL football, the contracts aren't completely guaranteed. So let's say you'd have like a $100 million contract. 30 million of that is probably guaranteed. The other 70 is based upon
Earnings.
Earning, like,
incentives.
Shit,
yeah,
nowadays
incentives.
It's almost like opposite. Though.
Right,
It's
so-
almost like 70s guaranteed.
Hold
and
on.
30 is.
So now Deshaun Watson has a $230 million guaranteed contract, and he may not play because the NFL may suspend him indefinitely.
Right.
So there's literally zero
Well, my
teams
question,
who are going to take that contract over.
but you have to take the contract
Yes,
over. If you get
you can't.
traded, it's
So
not like
you
it's-
can technically restructure, but the odds of that happening, like if you, but you have to take it with the assumption that you have to. It's like if you had a $200 million contract and I took it, and then I was like, hey, I'm only willing to pay you $10 million. You go, well, it doesn't matter. You owe me $200 million.
Right.
So you can't
So-
renegotiate until you've accepted the trade first.
And also trade wise.
But I could accept the trade if but if I wanted to go to another team that bad, I could say, yeah, that's fine. I'll take a lesser valuation to get out of it. Like,
no,
I
that
don't
doesn't
think
work that way.
no,
you
you
have
can't.
you have no. So there's very few. So Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson, hilariously enough, are two of the only contracts who have it in their contract that they have to agree. So if I want to send you from the Buccaneers to the Dolphins, normally you have no say in it. But you can, if you're big enough, negotiate. Like you have to say yes
Get a
first.
no trade clause.
You have a no
That's-
trade clause.
that's
But
possible.
you can't say I'm going to the Dolphins without the Buccaneers saying yes first.
No, I meant like if I had agreed or wanted to go to another team. Like let's say I hate
Yeah,
the
you
team
can
that I'm
tell
on
them
and
you're
they
going-
say I'm going to trade. Like we want to trade you, and I was like, bet. And then I was like, I want to talk to these people, but
No,
they didn't
it's
want
not
to take
gonna
over
work
my
for you.
200 million contract. But I was like, you could pay me 10.
It's not going to
mil.
work because they're going to try to get you at the value that you're going to agree to.
Well, no more.
but you
more
could technically on a
importantly than
low,
that,
like realistically, right? Yeah.
Salary wise, they like because of the cap, they have to match value. So if you make $30 million a year, you have to be traded for $30 million
Right.
a year.
You can accept a
Even
new
if
contract
you're
if
like-
your
Even
when your
if you're
contract
like, after
expires.
the trade, I'll go
Oh.
down to 10. Like you could renegotiate tomorrow, but it doesn't matter. They have to trade 30 million for you right now.
Oh, they have to lose
Yeah.
30 million worth of value
Yes.
to obtain your.
Correct.
The
Yes.
only technical way you're out of that is
Is
to have
if-
dead cap
if you have
space,
dead
and
cap.
there's no team
Yeah.
right. Like so, the Browns could technically give Deshaun Watson away and eat $230 million in dead cap space
If they had the room.
if
but
they had the
don't.
room. But they
What the
would.
fuck's the
Yeah.
cap for an NFL team? That seems like an insane.
What is it now? I don't even know.
800 million, something like that.
No,
So
no,
he's
it's not that high.
25% of
It's,
their.
so DMARC's token total value, not yearly value. Yearly value is probably in the realm of 110, I would think.
Right, but so Deshaun Watson is like 45
And he's
million
like
for that
208.
100.
208. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
I was
Deshaun,
off.
Deshaun Watson is
25%.
yeah.
of
He's a
their-
one player, is a quarter of it. That's actually so. That was my
Why is
argument
he going to get
against.
suspended?
I think Aaron Rodgers is like.
Oh, actually, you know what? This is a pretty.
13%.
So he's the one who's got all the massage therapist nonsense going on. If you're okay, so short answer, Tildor,
I thought that
TLDR.
was Robert Kraft.
That is also
Robert Kraft. Yeah, the owner, but he's the owner
And
of
Dan
the.
Snyder.
Yeah, and Dan Snyder.
Shout out.
But yeah, he's the
Commanders.
basically he's got his is a little bit more spicy because instead of having one, he's got 23, 24. Like he just instead
But
of having the
22
same
are settled.
24 what? No,
alleged. So like basically,
Alleged massage fund.
so he likes happy allegedly likes happy endings after a
after
massage,
yeah.
but he doesn't allegedly like to ask. He likes to. You have to. Or else, but he's saying no. I gave him cash. That's how they you. Realistically, I don't have any opinion on it. I'm just saying all the story.
Also, it sounds like.
Are
they
you going
knew-
to a place that the expectation
No,
is
that's the problem. He doesn't like that's the. So if you're a human,
It's the game.
you would go to right. He's a
Yeah,
hunter.
Game.
Like if you in my mind, if
So
you got
he
that
goes
much,
to a nice, reputable establishment,
Yes.
and then he rolls over on his back,
yeah,
and he's like,
allegedly.
no. I'm asking in hypotheticals, so I don't have to say it
Hypothetically,
allegedly.
he would walk into a massage parlor.
No, he wouldn't walk in a meet. He would get the
wouldn't walk
massage.
in. He
He
would
would-
actually text them
He would have you come to him.
and have you come to him.
Like he don't go there.
It happened in his house.
And at
Ain't no crime.
And at the Houston Texans facility.
Yeah,
Multiple
That's
times.
his house.
And car.
And car.
and car.
No, I thought he played for the Browns.
Sidewalk.
Now he does
Now
because
he
this
does.
was they traded for him amid the allegations, but he settled 22 out of 24.
After
He has no
skipped a year
criminal
playing.
charges.
Nah.
Like the court was like, oh, we can't really improve what I mean, but that his civil cases are still going. So he
So
settled.
there's two people that don't want to settle.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, there's two people who are like that.
Well,
check ain't fat enough.
the new one.
Well,
There's
the
two
new
because the two are the new ones. Though.
Yeah. There's
Like,
he's up to like 26.
Basically,
now.
they're just gonna keep coming out of woodwork until he gets this.
Shit, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna
I didn't
wait
even
till
know we had
CERN
civil
fucks
shit
up.
Anymore,
Yeah, he still got the civil
overturn this
shit,
shit.
yep.
You know, we just out here saying abortion's bad, civil stuff. I don't know what's going on no more.
Well, when
Allegedly.
CERN rips a hole in the space time continuum,
Fair.
I'm gonna be a masseuse in the new universe, and I'm gonna accuse him.
Oh, definitely. Oh, you're broke. But that's kind of that's a whole new topic. But yeah, so
I'm gonna get that Deshaun Watson money.
the reason why I wouldn't pay also to answer your initial point, when you pay a star player, that's actually I've got a really I don't think you ever
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
pay a star player.
Yeah. I'm with it.
The reason why I'm saying that is because you can
You
look it
really
up.
wouldn't.
The amount of
A star quarterback.
no,
I'm
all
not
right.
saying
So star quarterback.
Yeah.
Quarterback's like really.
I'll even say, hold on.
you need a couple.
I mean it more for a star quarterback. The reason why is because if you look it up, I think there's no quarterback on their second contract beside one.
Joe Flacco.
No, Tom Brady, because he took that.
Brady.
You remember he said, "Make me the 16th highest paid quarterback,
Yep.
so you can pay the rest of my teammates."
Yep.
And then he kept winning. And then now with the I don't count the new Tampa Bay shit because he was like, "Now I want all my money because I got a bunch of
Yeah.
And then a bunch of people were willing to take pay cuts to play with them,
Yeah.
whatever." But
Especially in
he's the
Florida.
only quarterback in like the last like 30 years
Yeah.
to win on his second contract
Yeah.
because he didn't take up 50% of their yearly revenue. Like,
Right.
well, Patrick Mahomes can never win a Super Bowl again. I don't care what you say. He can't do it because all of his weapons are going to have to leave because he makes too much money. Aaron Rodgers can
But
get close.
maybe
You can say,
they-
sure, I would
Rodgers'
love for him to
second-
pay. Right.
Was Rodgers on his first contract?
Yes,
when
he was
won?
on his first
I
contract. when
mean,
he won.
Aaron Rodgers, I agree, no chance.
Well, because you got to remember, he was technically he was in his second, but remember he didn't start
on his first.
on his
at
start.
all.
He didn't start
play.
on his first contract.
Yeah,
So
only for
his-
like the first 2 years though.
Sure,
That's
but
no
that means
contract, bro.
Yeah.
First contract's on
right. So remember, he negotiated a second contract,
5,
won a
depending on
Super
when he got
Bowl.
drafted.
His third contract is when he got really paid, and now he hasn't.
Yeah, I
right.
just want some
So
money. Yeah.
I think you can get close, but without teammates, it's impossible to win. a
Yeah,
Super
no, that's
Bowl.
true. That's true.
So that's why I said the reason why you can't pay Kyler now is because you have to Kyler if he wins Super Bowl on this year, trade him because there's literally no possible way money wise you could win again because you're gonna have to pay him too much and it'll tie up all the salary. There's nobody who can play with him. You can't sign anybody.
But then you, as a business, make no money.
Sure, sign him. Like it's a worst case scenario. Sign him and find a trade partner first.
Yep.
Kinda. Like you kind of gotta,
You put some feelers out there.
put some feelers out
But
there.
as a businessman, you making no money off that.
Yes, you are. You won a Super Bowl.
You won a Super Bowl,
And then
you
you're-
trade the quarterback that won the Super Bowl. You are now not going to make as much money over the next 3-4 years.
In what
not
way?
Winning a Super Bowl.
That's not
having
no
a
In
money.
what
small
way?
quarterback.
Insane.
not true.
That's the craziest shit
Look
I've
at
ever
the
heard.
Eagles.
Not only the Eagles,
We literally traded both of the quarterbacks.
right. They won a Super Bowl, and they said
Yeah, but you won
with the
Traded
backup.
both
The
of the
backup.
quarterbacks.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
We traded Nick and we traded Carson.
Right.
Yeah.
We
I mean,
traded
Eagles
both
had a
of
little
them.
different though. They got that defense at the time.
You can't win when your salary cap is strapped.
No, I get that. I
Right.
get that.
So you're saying you're not making any money. The Warriors, like for instance,
yeah,
the Warriors
basketball's a whole different.
Wait,
game.
well,
You can't-
sure, and I know because there's so little players, but you got to think
Yeah.
the Warriors went from being like the 21st most valuable franchise
Yeah.
to the second.
No, they're the most now.
Yeah,
No,
they
because it's still behind the. I looked it up because I did it for an episode of
Knicks?
my own YouTube. Yeah, the Knicks.
Oh, maybe behind the Knicks.
Impossible because the Knicks,
Yeah.
the Knicks,
The Knicks.
and the Cowboys and the Yankees.
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah,
They
dominate.
create the exception
Yeah.
of the rule. They solidify
That
the
you have to
rule
be
that
good.
you have to be good.
Yeah.
because they spend so much money,
Right.
and they are so bad. But they're the only ones who spend so much money and don't
And
win.
still,
I think New England's
Yeah.
above the Cowboys.
But every year,
No,
someone
I
from the
looked it up.
Knicks.
The
New
Cowboys
England
are
is
the number
definitely
one.
above the
The
Cowboys.
Cowboy. I looked it up. The Cowboys are worth the most out of any sports franchise in the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
How's that possible?
It's
Oh,
so
bro.
that's
From
right,
the
right. So you don't
90s,
have to be.
90s.
It actually went into it. Actually, so what my episode was about was why the U.S. MLS will never become a tiered soccer system, and that's why. It's because our sports, out of the 30 most expensive or the 30 wealthiest teams in the world,
I was thinking
24 of them are in the U.S. And
you're saying they're worth the most.
yeah, they're worth
like
the
they
most.
make the most money
Right,
or whatever.
correct.
Not
Yeah.
that their team
Merch
or that they
values.
paid.
values.
right.
It's
So
value.
that's what I'm saying.
I
So
was
like, right.
thinking
Deals.
they paid people the most, and I'm like,
No.
how is that possible?
Well, the Yankees pay people a
Yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
Because the Yankees don't have a salary.
Yeah,
cap.
yeah. Sports don't have a salary cap.
They're the only baseball team that doesn't, though, right? Or all baseball does not.
all baseball does.
So all baseball pays way too much, but the Yankees are the exception to the rule that like money can't buy you genius if everyone can spend as much money as they want.
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Baseball
rough.
is so boring.
It's so boring.
Yeah.
That's because they need a salary cap.
No. it's
No, I
because
agree.
they hate
That's
football.
actually
No,
so.
they
That was
need- they
that's
need a
the
salary
second
cap.
thing I
That would
wanted
make
to.
it way more competitive.
That's the second thing I wanted to go over in this episode.
It would.
I don't
It's
agree
because-
with that
hold on.
because the teams that spend the most money don't win.
Exactly.
No, baseball's the
So,
only
but-
sport that happens in.
Right. So
That's
having
actually
a salary cap wouldn't change that.
Yes, I think
it would
hold on.
spread talent. It would have to spread talent.
Right. So the Yankees are a product of mismanagement.
Thanks.
Like the Yankees are a product of mismanagement. They've got all the talent. They can't. So like again, like in my episode that obviously I'm plugging my own shit. Nova Z the ENT. I just started my own YouTube channel. This episode will be up at some point. But I looked it up. Like so, in every other sport that there's no salary cap, the team that spends the most
Wins.
wins.
Yeah.
Baseball is one of the only ones that have, and that's
Yeah,
only
right.
because of the Yankees. With the year that the Rays spent a bunch of money, they won that year. In soccer, the top in all 5 leagues except for in all 5 of the top flight leagues, the teams that spend the most have the Juventus. There's only been 2 champions in the Bundesliga in 20 years.
Yeah.
The 2 teams that spend the most money.
No, I agree with it for every sport other than baseball.
Right. I mean, I'm saying there is.
Hold up.
Go ahead.
So as of June 15th,
Mhm.
the most valuable sports teams are the Lakers,
Lakers past the Cowboys.
the Patriots, the Giants, now the Rams. That's what some Super Bowls are.
It sounds like you're talking about the places that have the highest.
Real Madrid, soccer. So
Yep.
soccer shows
Barcelona.
up at 5. Barcelona,
Yep.
and then Bayern Munich.
Bayern-
Bayern Munich.
Munich.
Yeah.
Munich.
Los Angeles and New York have minimum wages of $15. We have half
see.
that. So if they're worth the most, it's
see
just because
here.
people
Oh,
have
fuck.
more
Nope.
physical.
No, it's
money.
population
Wow,
centers.
it's my bad.
Oh, sure,
You're
but
right.
still.
It started at 5 for some reason on that
I
list.
told you.
So I
Number
clicked
1
on
is
it again.
the Cowboys.
Number 1 is the Cowboys.
Thank you.
What's the
Okay.
Cowboys?
Number
Yeah.
2 is the Yankees.
Yeah.
Number 3 is the Knicks.
Right.
And number 4 is Golden State.
That's what I'm saying.
He already
Golden
said all
State-
this,
He
so-
did.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he did.
I know.
Me did. I'm him. But yeah, that was what I. Yeah, but
we
that's
just
what I.
fact checking a little
Right,
bit.
but that's what. Yeah, good. That's the point. But yeah, that's what I was going
I
to
remember
like.
when Washington
So
used to be up
I don't
there.
think in a sport with a salary cap, you can pay a player at any point. Like I know you said when do you play? You don't.
You can't.
You don't. So yes, you
It
can.
depends on the sport.
So
though.
no,
That's
I
like
will say it
always the
depends on
exception.
May I ask a
basketball. Yeah, go ahead.
Basketball's the exception.
When you say pay a player,
Top dollar, like enough to where it straps your team.
Like 25%.
So like basketball,
I thought this whole time we've been talking about when you actually give them their money.
that's the best. That's
And
why
I've
you're
been
here.
so confused because I was like,
Okay.
shouldn't you give them their money when they
you know what?
sign
That's
their
actually
contract
that's
or
a
something?
really good. That's
Who's
a really
the
good.
guy? What's the
hold
name
on,
we
hold
just
on.
had?
That's
What's
a
the name
really
we just
good.
had? The baseball player. He gets like they call it
Bobby
Benny-
Bonilla.
Bobby Bonilla Day. Yeah, Bobby
Right,
Bonilla
the
Day.
greatest contract in history, greatest
Yeah.
agent in history.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the layperson out there,
He gets
the
paid like-
casual, what we mean when we say pay a
Not the
player,
person.
we mean like,
Well,
when do you?
max contract? That's
Yeah,
what we
when
mean.
do you give him a max contract? Like if you got a guy earning $1 and the maximum is 1 million, what day do you give him that 1
You don't have to
million?
max them.
You
No,
do
that's what-
have to max
You have to
him.
max, right? So
Yeah.
you have to max
Like,
a quarterback
Kyler's not
out.
going to get maxed.
He's going to get.
Oh, he's definitely going to.
He's definitely going to. That's actually why he didn't sign, because they were going to renegotiate this year, and he said, "I want to get paid more than Aaron Rodgers."
Right.
And then they were like, "Nope," and he was like, "Then we're going to fight about it." But that's what I'm
Understand. You still okay? So
You're right. You stump for the top and you settle for what's in
so
it.
also
But-
like
Yes,
let me also explain
he deserves
when
to
I
get
say
paid,
max.
but he does not need to be.
when we
top
say
2
max,
or 3.
we mean within 10% of the max. So
Right,
it doesn't
okay,
mean that
I get it,
if the
okay.
max is 60 and he gets
55 or
55,
whatever.
that's a max guy to me.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right. So like baseball.
but in
So how they pay
in
200?
football, that $5 million.
What's up? Oh, it's
That's
over the
a
course
game
of
changer,
like total. Like
That's 200.
Oh,
over
if you max
5
them out
years or
50
4
years over
or
5 years,
whatever,
that's
yeah, 50. Right.
million.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. So
Contracts be wild. They'd be like, here's $800 million over 20
baseball is
years.
insane. Baseball is the only sport where a guy can be like Jeff Samardzija. Shout out to the GOAT Notre Dame wide receiver. In case you don't remember, because it was him and Megatron for like they're like these two are going like 1 or 2, and Jeff Samardzija was like, "No, I'm gonna get drafted in the 4th round as a pitcher. I'd rather do that." And they're like, "Why?" He goes. And then like you look it up and his career earnings as a like rotation pitcher. He doesn't even like he's not even like a he's not an
He was
ace.
that dude for like
Sure.
4 years.
Whoa.
4.
Sure.
He was
But
that
we've
dude
been
for
out of
4 years.
he's been out of college for like 12, 13 years. So for 4 years he was but remember he wasn't a starter. He was in the he was high up in the rotation, but he didn't start. So even as a positional pitcher,
Yeah.
over the last 12 years, he's got like $500 million in his pocket.
Beating the shit out of Megatron's contract.
like
And no
absolutely
CTE.
shitting on it.
Which
No
probably
CTE.
made like 180.
yeah.
Who is Megatron?
The greatest,
Calvin
one of the greatest. So like, there's few. So imagine Megatron is a 6'4",
5.
6'5", 250-pound receiver who runs faster than most running backs.
No, what's his real name?
Calvin Johnson. He was on the cover of NCAA or
I know who-
NFL Football 2000.
I know who Calvin Johnson is.
Yeah, he was on
Thanks, Gabe,
on the
for the
cover
Madden
of
covers.
2011. 11?
12.
That doesn't
Not
sound
12
right.
because that was Peyton Hillis.
Now I will say, if
Peyton
you showed
Hillis
me
was
a picture
2012,
of Calvin Johnson and Cam Newton, I don't know who's who.
Oh.
You know what? That's kind of fair. Actually, so I thought about that in general. Like, there's a lot of football players I don't recognize with their helmets off.
I mean, they have a whole helmet syndrome.
Edelman said that's one of the best parts about being a football player is that, like, LeBron could never walk around the mall.
Right.
But Edelman said if he's not in New England, he can just go anywhere because, like,
Yeah. He's also
a short white
5'10".
dude.
he's also
Like,
right.
yeah,
He's
he's just a
right.
dude.
In New
yeah.
England, if you're a 5'10" white dude, they're like, hey, what are you doing out here? You should be at the game.
Crab. Seafood.
Shout out to Boston.
But yeah,
Y'all short.
so I don't think you pay a player in the first place unless, because that actually goes into my second thing about sports with salary caps suck real hard.
No.
Suck real bad.
No.
Or sports without, salary
okay.
caps suck
Yeah,
real
there we
bad.
go.
Yeah.
There's no sport that like, so MLS we've had in
Does
the last
boxing
20
have a salary cap?
No, boxing is actually a great example of how stupid. We were talking about this the other day. How they have 5 different. So there's a
I love
Boxing
that.
is terrible.
boxing is terrible because they imagine being the bantamweight
Yes and
champion, but only on the Northeast.
Right.
You have to fight if you want to be you can be the Northeastern
That's why they got like 17 belts.
why they have so many belts.
I love
bantamweight
that.
champion,
Yeah.
the Southeastern bantamweight champion, the super bantamweight champion, which is just 1 pound higher. You know, and then-
But you're looking at
They
this
have
the
whole belts
guys
created for pay-per-views.
You're looking at this the wrong way.
Oh no, we're looking at
It
almost more of a
allows you.
skill.
No, it allows you as a person the most opportunity to be a winner.
Well, no. Here's
So
the
if you
thing,
want to
like,
go into a sport where you want to win, you can pick the sports that have the biggest opportunity. You have all these sports that have 1 winner. Sounds like boxing has 17 winners.
that's you know what?
you're right.
If you want a
You're right.
participation trophy, boxing is the most expensive, most lucrative way to get one. Understandable.
Yeah, I'm just
yeah,
trying to
one of the
appeal to
balls.
everybody's sensibilities here. That if you want money and recognition, it sounds like boxing is the
You're not wrong.
easiest.
No.
You're right.
You're not.
I would never want to just get hit in the face for money.
Oh, wrong.
That's crazy. You could
do
smash
that.
you could break my nose inside out
No
for some
question.
money. That's crazy.
Yeah.
If Jake Paul right now was like, hey, You want to go ahead? I'm gonna give you $15 million, but you can't use your hands. You gotta hit my hands with your head. I'm like, let's do it. That medical bill gonna be like couple $100,000, at most.
15.
I got insurance.
15 mil gonna be to just recover.
It's cool. Like even better. Like imagine I'm sitting there. Ooh, boy, I was about to make a Muhammad Ali joke. I'm so glad I did.
And
I was gonna make the Baki joke. I just started drooling. But just start. Hey man, but if I got 15 million in my pocket, hey bro, hey, I was like you just hear all my chains shaking.
14 million to fix my face. I still have a $1 million in my pocket, bro.
There are very few things I wouldn't do for more than $1 million.
Crazy. Yeah.
Like just very few.
Yeah.
There is. Oh, I will say
Let's
very
get
few.
into that topic.
I almost said nothing that I wouldn't do for $1 million. There
I
are a
have
few things.
Just a very small couple of lines, but not many.
It's very small.
Very small.
But going back to, I do agree with Tim. The only sport I think you do pay somebody out, because you said it too, is basketball. Just because there's so few players on the court, you can sign 2 players. Even if 2 players took up 95% of your
or 3,
or
shout out Brooklyn Nets. Failed experience.
Well, that's
Well, no, because you can go over.
The largest
So
failed,
every NBA team can afford 3 max contracts. Now,
Right.
they're going to pay out the ass. Like they're going to pay the hard cap tax, but like you can get 3 max guys. You can win a championship every single year.
Shout out Brooklyn.
Right, so that's probably the only
Unless you
sport I
suck
think
and
I'd
you're
overpay.
Brooklyn.
You know what? I'd actually overpay for a lot of positions in football. I just think the quarterback position in general wouldn't be like I would pay.
But
I would
you
over.
don't win without a quarterback.
You say
Right.
that
You can only win with a quarterback on their rookie deal.
right. That's what I'm saying. My argument is that you can only win with either a veteran backup.
Don't teams win all the time based on defense? I hear that a lot.
Not anymore.
defense-
Hold on. Right, yeah.
anymore.
So the way the
Maybe
league's
in the playoffs.
changed.
That's true.
The way the
Actually,
league
in the playoffs, they do. Yes,
the league has
But-
changed so much that defense
But
is
that's all that
like so.
matters.
They like it used to be your cornerback was your most. There's a lot of used to be one of your most important positions.
What
There's
was
a lot
Dallas
of scouts.
Clark?
A tight end.
Tight end.
That's on offense.
No, I
Yeah.
know. I didn't know we were specifically still talking. I forgot I asked the defense question already.
A lot of coaches have started saying that they don't even care if their cornerbacks are good anymore. They'd rather just spend that money and investment on D tackles because they've made it so hard, or ends because they've made it so hard to play defense that instead you can't. Your goal is to get the quarterback to throw a bad pass, not actually have a good cornerback because they've made it. You can't even touch somebody. We saw in the you didn't watch. Did you watch Super Bowl?
Thrive in football now.
Did you watch Super Bowl?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, we did.
He's clearly
Yeah.
asking
Watched
you.
it together,
Right.
yeah.
I watch the Super Bowl every year. I love the Super Bowl.
So there was a whole play where not John Ross.
Is he asking who you asking
you.
me or
He's
Larry?
asking you.
Yeah, I'm asking you. I
Why
know
would
they
you
do.
ask me? I watch the Super Bowl every year. We talk about it every year.
In this room, the odds of it drops drastically on who would guess who would watch Super Bowl.
No, I have the same plans every year.
Sure, doesn't mean you did them.
Fair.
My question doesn't get any less valid.
What you meant to say is, do you remember Super Bowl?
No, I said what I meant.
No. I'm saying your question should be, because you're about to ask me something about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna know.
Cool. All right.
But ask me. Let's see if I
Yeah,
know.
yeah. So it's not actually a question. So there was an egregious penalty in the game.
Always.
Sure, this one was actually game changing.
Correct.
Do you remember what that was? Because everybody is like, "Wow, that was crazy that they didn't."
Oh, I remember they didn't call something, and then they
Sure. What was that?
retaliatorily called something else on another play to make up for the touchdown. They're like, "Oh,
What was the thing that wasn't called?
It's either holding or pass interference, right?" I can't remember what. No, there was something that wasn't called that allowed.
Yeah,
There's holding on every play, so it
yeah. It was right.
Yeah, but I don't remember what it was. It was clear. It was like pass interference. Or
It
some
was.
shit.
It was
Like, they
offensive
shoved
pass
him-
interference. No, he didn't shove him. T. Higgins grabbed Jalen Ramsey's face mask, threw him to the ground, and then kept running. And then the ref was like, just playing ball. They just playing ball.
He did it because he was behind him, right? He reached behind him and he grabbed his mask. and threw
No,
him.
he did. Jalen Ramsey was in front of him, about to go. He was like, "Cool, it's my interception."
Oh, yep.
And T. Higgins was like, "Nobody." And then the ref was like, "Hey, this is backyard football. I'll keep this flag in a pocket."
Yeah, but then they called offsides later, which
Yeah, they did.
made a
Right.
touchdown
Yeah.
take less time.
I mean,
to
Jalen
get.
Ramsey still got a ring, so it's all
right, sure. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so a lot of coaches have said, like, it's not even playing defense isn't as important as just getting to the quarterback.
Yeah,
Who the
It's all
fuck
about
was it? It
hits.
was Tampa Bay and who?
What?
It was the Bengals and the Rams.
What are you talking
Yeah. Why did I think that Tampa Bay went
about?
both
X
years?
did not watch the Super Bowl
Yeah.
this year. That's what
So
happened.
cool. I still stand by my
Burrow.
statement.
Joe Burrow, James
Yeah.
Burrow, the
Yeah.
Tiger.
Joe Burrow is definitely
Yeah.
not
Joey
the
B.
Buccaneers quarterback.
No, I know that's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
No, but for some reason, I really did have it in my head that they went to the Super Bowl and then won, and then they went again and lost.
Nope.
But
No,
they went to
sir.
the playoffs and they lost against the Rams
There you go.
because they lost against the Rams every time in the regular season.
Yep, and in
Yeah.
the conference championship,
And the
which
conference
they almost didn't. Like thanks to fucking
It was like a bomb at the end.
what's
or some
the
shit,
what's the
wasn't it?
running back for the Sony Michel?
Sony Michel.
Yeah, dropped the ball like he was like oopsie poopsie, and then like the Buccaneers were out of the game in the third quarter, and then
Kurt is that's all I know about the Rams.
Kurt Vonnegut,
No,
Cup? You mean Cup?
Cooper Cup.
no. What was it? Was like in the 90s. Is
Oh,
Kurt
Warner.
Kurt Warner?
Yeah.
I know that.
Yep,
I mean, he did also win a Super Bowl.
he did also win a Super
So-
Bowl.
They
You're not
lost to Tom Brady in a Super Bowl because of a field goal.
Yes.
I remember that. That was
the
like
first one they won.
1998.
They were also the most improbable champion.
It was one of the greatest. Like I remember, I was watching
Yeah.
that live.
Tampa Bay was one of the most improbable champions.
No, the Patriots. I legitimately thought that like
That's what. No, I'm sorry. When I say Tampa Bay now, I just think Tom Brady, and I don't think the
Wow.
Patriots. I think Tom Brady.
it's
So
a-
I'm just
Wow.
the Tom Brady team.
there we go. The Tampa Bay Brady's. The Tampa,
Bay
Brady's.
Brady's.
Yeah, we got
Tampa
it.
Tam.
Tampa Tom.
I don't understand why
Tom
that's.
P. Tears.
Tampa Tam.
Tom Peters.
All I'm saying is I know some things about football.
Tom Riddle.
Yeah, you've got an approximate knowledge of some things that have sports to
The
do.
way you guys talk about this shit, it always makes me sit, and it's. I want to call it self-reflection because I'm not changing anything, nor do I care. I'm just curious. I'm not sure that I know.
Anything?
Eh. That was the
was
next.
hateful.
That was the next. It was the next word, but there was more to it than that. I'm not sure if I know as much about any topic as it seems that you guys do. Not just about basketball or football, but sports as a
Nah,
whole.
you do with music like metal and shit.
No, I
You
can,
really don't.
I can tell you, I don't think that I do. I think I learn enough about something to kind of say some words to be part of a conversation, and that's
rough.
That's about it. Because I'm not like,
Would you pay your
You know what's real
quarterback?
cool?
would I pay my
Based
star?
on the conversation, would you pay a star quarterback right now? If you said, hey,
Well, if you just ask me from like a business standpoint and a completely, I don't understand the ramifications of paying versus not paying. I would never, ever,
Playoffs?
ever.
or no playoffs.
I would never
No, see,
pay
that's not-
somebody that big of a
that's-
contract unless they kept delivering. It would be, I guess, because they were talking about
Then it needed to be Tom Brady.
the
No,
Kyle's
see-
quarterback.
I think
If
Aaron Rodgers.
thank you, I couldn't remember his name.
No.
I would never.
If
pay
you
Aaron
had somebody,
Rodgers.
well, I'm just picking.
No, see, and that's
He's
what
been
you.
around. No, he's been around forever.
get it.
So
I'm
it's
not-
just a name. It's just a name that I know. I don't know about
No.
how
This
Aaron
is like-
Rodgers plays. I just know
You
he's
don't have
been
to feel bad.
inoculated.
You don't have to defend
That's
yourself.
all I know.
Just
That
speak.
he's been
Just
been
speak, buddy.
inoculated. If I pay you and you win a
Immunized.
Super Bowl, cool, you'll get some more money. But I would never just say that that football is a sport that one person can win by themselves. There's 22 people. I mean, I know there's more on the roster, but there's 11 on both sides.
Right.
It's not basketball. It's not a small thing where one person really can really make or break a game because they're that good. It's a position. And if you don't have supporting positions, now would you say, would I pay way more money to my offense and take the James Harden approach and just say, I don't got to defend shit because as long as I score more points, I'm good to go? Then maybe I would say, yeah, pay the fuck out of offense. Or if I'm like, hey, my offense will never win, but they're good enough to score once, but my defense is so good, everyone dies in the first quarter.
Shout out Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, it's like 2000 though.
No, that's but that's the only.
No,
I'm
that's
just-
actually a really good.
No, it's a-
It
but
is.
that's
I
just
get it.
my.
That's a
a
take.
super salient take.
But that's just- I'm just saying, if
but what
you
I'm
can
saying is
say
you
that-
gotta pay.
No, you're
no,
saying that
who's-
people are
no, no.
greedy,
No, no,
but
no.
we already looked at the Tom
I'm
Brady thing where
only
he's going to get
saying-
paid, and they won more Super Bowls than anybody in the last 20 years.
Obviously, the outliers.
No,
That's not the
see,
outlier. That's the rule.
no,
that's
the
how that
exception.
works.
the rule.
Right? No.
He's the
rule,
exception.
right?
The
Yeah,
rule
yeah.
is that
No,
you
I'm
don't
saying-
win. Yeah.
Tom Brady
No,
is the
he's-
exception,
no.
allowing himself to take less
right.
money.
He
If
only
everyone-
reinforces the
I don't even know
rule.
if he even. I think that was
everyone-
Belichick. I don't
no.
I mean,
Belichick's
that's
probably the
fair.
reason.
We're not
But
saying
Tom-
how he
Yes.
arrived to it.
Yes.
But
yes.
either way, if every team did that thing that, whatever,
Not every team
instead of,
can do it.
yes,
Yes,
you
they
can.
could.
You can't pay someone less money.
I'm saying not
Bro,
everybody
it's the
has like a
same-
star quarterback that they can pay.
No, if you're smart,
I'm
But
saying,
That's the
problem.
point. You
Every
take an
single
all-star.
team, though,
yes.
pays their quarterback,
right?
whether he's
like
a star
whether
or
they
not.
star or not. Derek Carr should not be. No offense to Derek Carr. Sorry, Derek Carr, but you shouldn't be the third best paid quarterback.
So what's the other option?
Why was Jared Goff ever in the top 5?
You trade him to the worst team. Hold on.
But what's the other option?
You pay him, then trade him to the worst team in the opposite conference.
Okay, now what do you do at quarterback?
Every team gets together.
No. Sure. So far, this will be so if I'm Steve Keim right now,
Fitzpatrick.
So if you're the Cardinals,
if I'm the Cardinals GM right now,
you made the playoffs last year.
Cool.
You've been how many times has Kyler made the playoffs?
Once.
How many times has he had a losing record?
No, that's not fair.
No.
The reason why I'm saying hold on.
No. Don't say not fair.
The reason why I'm
asking questions.
Sure.
So how many times they had a losing record?
That's not the reason I'm going to say it's not. Hold on. You can't ask me a binary question that has more to it. Here's the problem.
I'm asking a line of questions and then I'll let you.
Okay.
Rebuttal.
0.
Okay. So if you don't pay him, then now what is your option? And that's okay.
Cool.
Okay.
So here's what I'll say.
But if the rule is nobody's going to pay him, then he has nowhere to go, and then
No. Somebody is going to pay. That's what his point. No.
He said change the culture of football in general to make things.
No, that's not going to happen. You've got to operate.
Just got $230 million guaranteed.
Yeah, you've got to operate within the realms of what everyone else is doing because that's the trend that's going.
There's a hit on the owner of the Browns right now.
Right, because they spent too much money. They can't win. They'll never be able to win. But he's only right. So with Kyler Murray, I'm going to. I would go to the Jaguars and say, hey. If you give me Trevor Lawrence and your next 2 first-round picks.
Okay. Yeah. So what do you do in 2 years when you got to pay Trevor Lawrence?
Sure. Thank you. If you try to win, look, mathematics, I would even give you more incentive to go, okay, not Drew Lock. That was a bad, I'm not going to say Drew Lock, but go to the 15th best statistic quarterback in the league. Okay. He's most likely not getting overpaid. He's on his second contract, probably. Yeah. I would rather go to that team and say, hey, I will give you, again, Kyler, I need that quarterback. I need 3 first rounds because that dude's kind of old. Okay. So I need 3 first rounders. Cool. I would rather take the opportunity to have this guy on a veteran. It's the Nick Foles thing. Nick Foles, Carson Wentz, great. Yeah. Got hurt. A veteran backup came in and didn't crack under pressure. Did what he needed to do. Trent Dilfer came in. Trent Dilfer came in, didn't lose. He didn't lose the game. His defense carried him and won. Yeah. Mahomes is the example of lightning in the bottle, flash in the he did his shit. Cool. Yes. He's like, I would like all the dollars, please. And then Tyreek Hill's like, hey, I got to go somewhere where I can get all the dollars. So he's like, okay, one less effective weapon. All right, but he still got, okay, we can go and get somebody else. But is that person you got
Tyreek
Hill? No. Okay, I'd rather have, I would mathematically, if I was Steve Keim, I would go, cool, I'm going to go get the best center, the best tackle, the best guard from both sides, a good running back, a decent tight end, and it will cost me less.
Okay.
Hold on. Then paying just one singular. Hold on. No. One singular quarterback. Okay. Then I would go to my defense because you got to remember, I could pay 4 defensive linemen.
The Rams are doing exactly this right now.
They did that last year.
And they're doing it again this year.
Sure. Yeah.
But Matt Stafford still getting paid.
Well, they're going to hold on. Matt Stafford's at the end of his career.
Right. Yeah.
He's going to bump into. You can pay him 1 year. You can pay him for 1 year.
I know.
You would have to pay Kyler for the remainder of the right. I have no problem paying. I have no problem going to. I would go to Derek Carr.
Before you get there,
I would go to Derek Carr at the end on his last year of his contract
and bring him in. Yeah,
because he's going to operate. He's gonna get 1 year on that. It's not the most. It's an expensive contract. I will pay the potential that he has as a playoff quarterback that I can give him an accompanying defense for 1 year.
Okay.
That would win because I don't need a franchise quarterback to be okay for 8 years when I can have 2 quarterbacks be good for 2 years, win 2 Super Bowls and never win again. I asked this question. I posed this question earlier.
I get it.
Would you rather be it's the Pacers. Would you rather be okay? So right now, hold on. Would you rather be, I'm asking you, would you rather be okay?
Is this basketball or football?
I'm asking you in sports. Would you rather make it to the first round of the playoffs?
It makes sense though.
Hold on, I'm asking you. All right, I'm asking for football. Would you rather make it to the first round of the playoffs every year for 30 years, or win a Super Bowl and then never make it back to the playoffs for another 29 years?
Probably the playoffs.
You would rather be interested.
Well, that's because his team sucks so bad.
No.
Because that's also that's a
sure. I gave an extreme right.
I'm talking over extreme value. Yes, I'd rather
30, and that's not really
sure. I know that's a bad. I know it's a little bit wide, but no.
Business. That's what I'm saying.
We can't all talk at once. No one can hear anything. Tim, you're the problem right now.
Okay, but sure.
I'm the one being asked the question.
Yeah, he's the one being asked the question. I'm the one interrupting him. But yeah, what I'm saying, I'm giving you I'm getting you a super long
I got it.
But it's to best illustrate.
Yeah.
Would you, as a
businessman, I would rather do playoffs.
Keep in mind,
30 years.
the Cowboys.
Yep.
Keep in mind,
Mhm.
the Cowboys haven't won a playoff game.
Yep.
In 26
25.
years.
But they
26,
also won
yeah.
like 3 Super Bowls.
Hold on.
That's different though.
So
In what,
in
the 80s and
26
90s?
In the
years.
90s.
So
Yeah,
in
but-
26 years, they haven't won a playoff game, and
Yeah.
they're still
Riding that
the most
3
valuable team ever.
So an
they're
owner.
riding that-
So
they're
as an
riding that-
owner.
that
So
window
as an
though.
owner, would you rather win one Super Bowl and then be the wealthiest team?
Not over 30 years, no.
You're an idiot because you own it.
Right.
You
so
own
you'd
it.
rather be
They
you'd
have
rather
the
be
most
okay
money.
forever and still not be the most valuable team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Oh,
that's
that's
so
interesting.
right. We're having a different conversation there. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
right. I don't ever think I
Broke
can't
people
even
don't talk money, though.
conceptualize what you're talking about because I think you are the only person in America who would pick what you just picked.
Well,
So I
unless
think-
you
I
own
don't
the
think so.
Pacers.
Unless you own the Pacers. Right. Unless you own the Pacers. Right. I don't
So
think.
okay.
Wait,
No, I
wait,
mean,
hold
I get
on.
it.
I wanna drop
Okay,
one
what's
thing.
up?
Go ahead.
Does Larry
So-
Bird own the Pacers?
No.
God, I hate you so much. We did go to Indiana State though.
Yeah.
He
So-
coached the Pacers or something
He
for a
did
while.
coach the
Yeah.
Pacers. He was also the GM. He's never owned them.
Yeah, he's never owned them.
He
Herb
played for
Simon,
the
the guy who
Celtics.
owns the Simon Malls. That's who owns the Pacers.
Damn, I know Jim Irsay owns the Colts.
Good
There you
job.
go.
Good job.
You got it, boy.
I don't think he owns any malls.
He does not own
Clapping
any
for
malls.
this.
What? That's what he ate,
I think
buddy.
he's
You know?
real estate. Maybe.
Whenever
maybe
Caleb be like,
more.
"Hey, I pooped in the toilet," I was like, "Hey, you got it, bro. That's the same shit."
Okay, so the reason why you never pay,
I usually poop in the
and
toilet.
I say never a little bit unfairly, but the reason why you never pay a star quarterback is because regardless of what you think your situation is, every single team's championship window
Mhm.
is 5 years
It's a small window.
at
Yeah,
the
100%.
absolute maximum.
Yeah, 100%.
So you could never pay a guy and
Mhm.
get your value back.
True.
Because even if you paid him in year 4, he has 1 year as currently constructed to win a title, and he likely won't.
And then you could trade him somebody who's going to buy that bad contract because
Right.
people are willing to pay on potential.
Right. So
Yeah,
if you're
100%.
if you're going to pay a guy with the knowing that you're going to trade him, then by all means, like I said, that's why I would pay Kyler, and that's just because you have to
That's fair.
get value for your guys.
Right.
But championship wise, this is Kyler's last year to really get it
Right.
done. Because after he gets paid, to D-Mark's point, there's
Yeah.
not enough ability to bring guys in. So unless you drafted everybody together
Mhm.
and you've been building the squad for 5 years, and then you just get to the point where
I
you're like,
think-
we're going to go over and sign
Correct
everybody.
me if I'm wrong, but
can't do
Kelsey
it.
and Tyreek Hill were also on their first contracts.
No, Kelsey was.
Kelsey was not.
Or Kelsey was,
Kelsey's
my
like
bad.
33. I
Okay,
think.
my bad, my
Kelsey's
bad, my
at the
bad.
end of his
Well,
tenure.
You think
how
he
much did he
young?
make? Hold on.
Him
how
and
much?
Gronk are the same
Okay.
age.
Yeah.
Well, real quick, I guess let me rephrase that.
So
How much was he
Tyreek
getting
Hill-
paid?
Tyreek Hill did not leave because of money. Tyreek Hill left because of targets.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So Tyreek Hill's argument wasn't that he couldn't get paid because they were willing to pay him. His problem was he said, I wanted a lion's share of the targets, and they were like, we got
Right, you got Kelsey on the other side,
like we got running backs,
right,
like
and Juju
and-
now. So
Yeah, and they were like, we can't give you
Juju.
more targets than what you're already
can't
getting.
create more time.
Exactly.
In the game.
Yeah, and then he was like, that's cool. I'll go somewhere where I can, and that was why
was
he
Tyreek
left.
Hill getting paid in the top half of tight ends when before Mahomes?
Travis
came in?
Kelsey?
That's what I meant. My bad.
Travis
Was-
Kelsey's probably been the highest paid
He's
tight
been
end
high.
for
He's
a
been up there
while.
for like he's been
since
top
Alex
5.
Smith was there.
Yes.
Okay.
He's been
Yeah.
top 5 for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. But at the same time, you also got to think.
Speaking
like,
of
how many
time-
tight, like there's only like top 5 when he was top, still top.
There was only 5 good tight
Yeah,
ends. Right,
exactly.
right, right.
Yeah.
Grab this.
So cool.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Hey,
So I got
where-
a question.
Hold on,
Oh,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
have a question. Where we at?
107.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
hey, you know what? I'll sit back now, real quick.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and
So I got one more question then, real quick. So
Real
we was talking
quick.
about paying people and everything. So
We want to get paid. Subscribe to our Patreon.
Nice segue.
Yeah.
What quarterback? Let's say, what are we going to say? 6. That's 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Maybe. Let's say. So what 6 quarterbacks do you think have a chance to win the Super Bowl this year? Then?
No,
No.
this
So-
has to wait until
so if that's
no,
the-
this is great because this leads into next week's episode.
it's
Well, no,
not
it's not-
going
no, it
to
not leads-
play
it-
before
No.
that
This-
episode.
for
you are
me-
going to
for
put
me-
this. Hold on. You are going to edit
I'm not. I'm
and
not.
put this
I'm
out
not. I'm not.
before that episode,
Then we're
or
not
this
doing-
is going to look insane.
Then we're
So-
not. Then it's
No, no, no.
then it's a companion episode only on the Patreon because
Cool.
it
That
has
works.
to go.
No, this can just go out.
How?
I don't know.
I don't know when the NFL season starts. You guys wanted that one out in like
August
a few
8th
weeks.
is the preseason. It's
Yeah.
only 3 weeks, so probably
It's 3
like
weeks from now.
First September 9th or some shit like
So
that.
if you put this out, 2
Hold
weeks from
up,
now-
Lummy.
You got time.
So
You ask your question,
what,
then I
what
can't
6
answer
quarterbacks
anyway.
do you think have a chance to win the Super Bowl this year?
6 quarterbacks or
What
6
6?
teams?
6.
Right,
Does it
right. You
matter?
said they lead the teams. So
Yeah.
go ahead. You started.
When did you say it starts? August 8th?
Because that's what you say. You can say
Preseason
teams,
is like the.
you can say teams, but that team is still going to be
I
relying on
can
that
get this one
quarterback.
out before that.
You're right.
even
You're right.
goes.
So what six
Okay.
quarterbacks are going to have a chance to win a Super Bowl this year?
6 teams.
Yep.
I mean, I'm going to start with Brady.
Okay.
Obviously.
I'm going to give Josh Allen a nod.
Okay.
I'm going to give Derek Carr a nod.
Okay.
And that one's spicy, but yeah. Matt Stafford.
Okay.
What am I at 4?
Mhm.
Really, we're in dark horse territory here.
Okay. Yep.
I'm going to give Lamar a nod.
Okay.
And then Joe Burrow.
Cool. So minus Joe Burrow, everybody just said is getting paid or going to get paid. So that literally debunks what you just said. You said you don't pay someone.
No. You
to
said
win a-
chance. No.
No, I know that gives them a chance, but nobody you guys said was someone on their lower end contracts.
First only I answered.
I know, but I'm just saying that kind of defeats a little bit. No, it
because your
doesn't.
expectation of someone getting paid high is that they're going.
Yeah, but I'm
Right.
saying, but that literally, if it goes hand in hand,
No.
If
The
it's
reason why I say you would have to look at the math, and if after this episode comes out, I'll do it. Hold on, I'll do it after this
Yeah.
episode. The win percentage of
Yeah.
quarterbacks getting paid in the top 6 is probably incredibly high. The Super Bowl winning percentage
Quarterback.
percentage
Yeah.
of quarterbacks getting paid in the top 5 is
Yeah.
probably super fucking low.
Yeah.
So just because you think so, if your question
the question,
is the quarterbacks who have the highest chance of getting to the Super Bowl, sure.
But then why would none of the people that name?
Because
were-
right.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's
So
what I'm saying.
mathematically,
That's why you pay them.
no,
You're not-
mathematically,
you're not
if your
thinking about
question
whether or
is
not those guys are on that contract with that team, because most of them are not.
They're about to get. Well, no.
No, the only one who really is
Derek Carr. Everybody else is inherited
Everybody else
contracts
is another
when they're trying to make a
movement.
run.
Right.
No.
Tom,
Josh
and
Allen
that's-
just got paid, didn't he? Or is he getting?
He
paid?
hasn't gotten
He's
paid.
getting paid this
He's
year, right?
getting paid,
And
but he hasn't
Lamar's
gotten
getting
paid.
paid.
Lamar hasn't gotten paid.
But
Josh
he's
Allen
getting
hasn't
paid.
gotten
But
paid.
they're getting paid.
So
Sure.
that doesn't even.
Is Gronk back
that's-
now that Brady's
No,
back?
No, he retired.
He retired.
So
So did
actually,
Brady.
all that does is further get rid of your point because half of those names aren't getting paid yet. The other half are
But they're going to
inherited.
get paid.
Sure.
Yeah.
So they're
All that-
going to pay. So my theory, I'm saying you pay your star quarterback.
So think
They're
about what you
going
just
to
said.
pay
Every
them-
day.
Think about what you just said. You
Yeah.
just said the guys on this list
Yeah.
are about to get paid.
Yeah. My
So it proves that once you
statement-
pay a guy,
Yeah.
They don't win
right. So
unless you trade for them and you.
So let's
you
say
get
Josh
that
Allen wins this
miserable
year.
Even if you say that. If
Josh
let's
Allen wins this year-
if he gets paid this year,
No, right.
or if
So
Lamar gets paid,
if he gets
this year,
paid this year,
since this-
we will put this in time.
Mhm.
If Josh Allen
Yep.
or Lamar Jackson
Yep.
wins the Super Bowl this year,
Yep.
gets paid, and then wins again in their
Right.
next contract, you will be right.
Right.
There is no way you can statistically be correct if that does not happen. So we will totally table this
I
argument.
don't know if that's my exact question though.
That
But that's what your
that's the
argument is.
craziest.
He said, "Well, let me pivot a little bit."
I enjoy how smug. I enjoy how smug exited. You can tell all of the sleepless nights that he had. Like he woke up in the middle of the night in a sweat because like Tim, like you know when Tim says something fucking stupid, and then he sit there going like, "Cool, it's not just me. It's not just."
I have felt vindicated.
all this-
I have felt no. You stop. I have felt vindicated. I have felt vindicated since the minute we walked down here, and the first thing you said was
This does
was y'all
nothing to me.
reviewing. I know it doesn't.
This is how it works.
It
This is what
doesn't
it
matter
is.
because you're impervious.
Yeah.
But at some point, I need someone else to witness it because I sound like a crazy person when I'm just like, Tim be doing this and be like, I don't sound like Tim. But the minute you came down, you'll be like, we reviewing board games or something. And I was like, you dumb motherfucker.
I get it.
And that's I feel
To
good.
get what
I feel
so
really good.
it's- You don't pay them. You go into someone else. Correct.
Yeah, my argument is that wait with the caveat.
Okay.
Hold on. With
Okay.
the caveat that Larry said that
Okay.
you can
Pay them if you're
inherit,
doing
you
like a
can
trade
pay
or whatever.
right. You can pay someone with the intent to give them a one and done,
But
or
if you pay
inherit a contract from that one and done later on.
but if you do pay them, you immediately assume they're not going to win. Or
Yes,
no?
I
Okay.
do. Yes, yeah.
Okay.
That's why you give them the 1 year. That's why you go. I'm gonna pay you right now.
But half the
With the-
names
with the
but at least-
expectation.
so minus
Tim, there's
minus the Josh Allen and
Our
Lamar
pizza's
Jackson.
our pizza's getting
half
cold.
the
We were
names you
just
still
trying to-
said have already been paid, and you still said they have a chance of winning?
No, but
Of course, there's always going to be a chance.
Obviously, there's a chance.
That's an insane question you
But
just
I'm saying,
asked.
I'm saying,
So
it,
you're
no, I'm
saying
saying
there's
it,
a
but I'm
chance.
saying it based on the names given to me. Though.
Well,
That's
no,
all
but
I'm
the
saying.
only name given to you that is in your scenario is Derek
Carr. And even then, Derek Carr is actually a big example of like, man, he's really making you look bad because
I mean, he do got Devontae now, though. He might.
See,
And that's why I said he might
that's what I
get
said.
it
Like,
done. He might get it done.
I wouldn't
He
have
might
put
do
Derek Carr on that list if he didn't inherit Devontae Adams.
Right.
Because Hunter Renfrow can only do so much.
Right.
Ooh, that's gonna be a combo.
It's crazy. I swear to God, if they line up on the same side, I legitimately. So I can't wait till we get to the picks episode because like I got some shit to say. You were right. You guys are right. This is gonna take us way more than an hour to tell you. You're right.
No. It's gonna be a segment on an episode because it's gonna take 15 minutes.
Right, that's
tops.
true. I was starting to think about it. Even I was getting mad because I was imagining what Maui was gonna say. I was like, damn, Maui gonna say this. I'm gonna light his ass up, and then Tim gonna say this. And I'm gonna light his ass up, and then Xavier's gonna poop his pants, and we all just gonna laugh. It's gonna be great.
No, I have a whole plan. I have some
Depends.
No, I have.
He said he ready.
No, I have some papers and I have some ideas and I have a chart and it's good.
Hey.
So to close it out, making sure. Thanks for tuning into this episode.
Oh shit! Nope.
Damn it.
We forgot one thing.
Okay.
No, Great White Hope. We didn't shout out the Great White Hope.
Shout out Great White Hope. We appreciate you. We love you. Thanks.
Subscribe
for
to us on
sponsoring
Patreon. We actually have it set up. It's patreon.com/WA3C.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, also, hey, the tier's not on there. I know he's not gonna make it, but I'm gonna say this out loud. If you give us $1 more than whatever tier he's got on there, we will shout you out at the end of episodes.
Yep.
He just. I need to put the bumpers in.